Hello darlings, this is Jutta here, and in today's video I would like to talk about how you can bring into your life anything that you want. And there are a couple of steps to this process, and it's important that you go through it step by step and yet you don't leave any of the steps out. So the first step is that you become really very clear of what it is that you want to bring in, what it is that you want to create. And it is much easier to do that in the shorter term. Now, so don't think about what you would like in 10 years time, but think about what you would like in this month. Now, so make it a short period, make it something that you have a strong emotional connection to. It can be an amount of money that you want to use to do something that you're really passionate about. It can be making your relationship better with somebody. It can be anything, now whatever it is that you have a strong emotional pull towards. So first you get clear, okay. Then the second step is that it has to be something that you believe you can achieve. So if we stay with the money example, don't say I want to bring in an additional 20 grand this month, if you cannot believe that this is possible for you. Rather say an additional $200 or $2,000 or whatever it is that makes sense to you and that is believable to you. And this is very, very important, because if you go out of the range of what you actually believe is possible, you're in fairyland, and it won't happen. Okay, so step number one, get clear. Step number two is gotta be believable to you. And then we come to step number three. And this is the knowledge that the moment you have a desire, whatever it is, that desire comes with its fulfillment already as part of the desire. So you cannot have a desire without it being somewhere in your vicinity, that desire that you want. Otherwise you wouldn't be able to conceive of it. It's like you cannot really have a question without the answer being there. It's what I talked about last week, about having no black with the white, having no up with the down. These things go together. They're like the two sides of one coin. So your desire comes with the fulfillment already being present in your life. And then step number 4, I think, is to find where it is. And this you do through taking action. And what normally happens, when you have a desire, you want something, it will come with an idea attached to it. So you have an idea about what you could do to bring it in. But very often these ideas are things you don't want to do, because they're scary. It might be something like call 10 people and ask them if they want to buy your services, for example, which is for a lot of people a very scary thing to do. It can be write a letter to the person you have a conflict with, explaining your side, being really open, being really vulnerable. It can be anything, but in general the action steps are things you do not want to do because you are afraid. And this is the sole reason why so few people actually have what they want, because they stop right there. They stop before taking the action, and they're going to take another action that they feel comfortable doing. Like fiddling with their website. That was a big one for me. Instead of actually bringing in clients, I used to rewrite my website hundreds of times, and I felt like I'm being productive, I'm doing something in my business, but at the same time it was just a detour. It wasn't the thing I knew would solve what I wanted to have solved. So this is where it's really, you really got to step up to the plate, and you've really got to do it even so you are scared. And I know it's much easier said than actually done. So start with little things, with little fears, and just do it anyway, despite that little bit of fear attached to it. And then you see, okay, once you've done it, you will feel, first of all, very elated, very good, full of energy, and like you can do anything, because you can do anything if you don't let yourself be stopped by those fears. So this is really all there is to it. And then you repeat it. You again become clear on what you want. You see that it's something you think is possible. You know that the solution has to be there because that's a universal law, and then you take the inspired action despite being afraid of taking that action. Alright, well, I hope that helps, and if you want support in this now, because it is really easier if you have somebody kind of cheering you on or pushing you on, depending on what is needed, holding you accountable, then just get in contact, please, because this is what I'm so passionate about doing and what I really, yeah, it's my life's work and I love it. And it is such a wonderful thing to see people get over themselves and really blossom and become free and become excited about life again. Alright, this is it for this week, or at least for today. There might be another video later in the week, and I speak to you again soon. Bye for now.